Hello everyone, welcome to my Sheki vlog. We decided to travel Sheki by train. Train journeys can be really enjoyable, especially if you book a business class compartment. In business class, you can actually sleep, so you hardly ever notice how quickly the journey passes. The compartment is designed for just 2 people. As you can see, it's really comfortable. They provide clean bedding, napkins, water, and even a little cake to snack on. You can see everything here. They also put some nuts in this tiny box, which I found so funny. Anyway, we made up the beds and got comfortable so that we could get some sleep. Before we knew it, we were almost there. Here you are, and the sky had already started getting brighter. We arrived at around 6 or 7 in the morning and headed straight to our hotel, which you can see here. Unfortunately, when we arrived, they wouldn't let us into our room because the official check-in time was 2 p.m. Honestly, this was probably even more exhausting than the journey itself because it meant we would have to sit in the lobby for hours from around 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. But I went to reception and told them we really can't wait any longer. We are exhausted and desperately need a room. What is the earliest time you can have it for us? They told us that we could check in at 11 a.m. And finally, here we are. Now you are getting a little look at the room while we slowly unpack and settle in. I also want to show you the view. It was absolutely beautiful because our room looked directly out over the mountains, as you can see. The scenery was stunning, guys, and the air here was incredibly fresh. Always made me sleep. Since we were exhausted, we pretty much spent the rest of our first day at the hotel. And here I am. Hello. And now you are seeing the beginning of our second day. It's morning and we are heading downstairs for breakfast. I still look a little tired. As you can see, my eyes are quite puffy. I honestly have no idea why. We were staying on 6th floor of the hotel. At breakfast, there were chefs who could prepare your eggs exactly the way you liked. I also asked for their permission to film them while they were cooking. Now I want to show you everything that was available for breakfast. One thing you should know about Marhal is that breakfast is served as an open buffet and the selection is incredibly rich. There were desserts, traditional Sheki dishes, local food and all kinds of familiar breakfast options. You could find practically anything you wanted. As you can see, they also had a wide selection of hot dishes. Everything looked fresh and was of a very high quality. And this is my breakfast, as you can see. I don't think I took too much. Now we are heading back upstairs after finishing breakfast. Here my grandmother is telling me to wipe my top so that the stain it won't be visible. I couldn't stop laughing at her. This next clip is from the following day. Here I'm showing you my outfit because for some reason I really loved this look. I absolutely loved the view as well, so let me show it to you one more time. Just look at all this beautiful greenery. It's the kind of view you could stare at forever. The longer you look at it, the more you feel as though you are getting lost in it. It gives you such a deep sense of peace. And here I am again. Hello one more time. Here I'm checking the camera to make sure that it's working properly. I quickly realized that filming with my camera without a tripod is extremely difficult. The camera becomes really heavy when you have to hold it by yourself. Once we were ready, we left our room and headed to a restaurant called Nuha, which is located inside the hotel complex. Even though Nuha is part of the hotel, you still have to walk for quite a while to reach it. The route also goes uphill, so there was a little bit of climbing, let's say, involved. After walking and climbing for a while, we finally made it to the restaurant, and here we are. Here I'm trying to decide what to order. I mentioned just buz, which is a traditional dish that is quite popular in Azerbaijan. There were so many different options on the menu, including chicken kebab, lule kebab, lamb kebab. Fortunately, you are going to hear the rest of my conversation in Azerbaijani because I'm speaking directly to the waiter and my grandmother while we decide exactly what to order.
Kuzu antrikot. Quzu qaburğaları çöp şişdə, xüsusi kebablar, Koroğlu kebabı. Nuha kebabı.
Nə?
Nuha kebabı.
Hə, içində nə var nuha?
Can əti, çəkilmiş quzu əti, göyərti. Çəkilmiş quzu əti nə? Lazım. Yox lazım. Marxal, şişdə marxal kebabı. Bəlkə elə ondan deyək nə? Dana quzu toyuq əti, acı biber, quyruq, badımcan.
Olsun da.
Hə? Hə.
Masa ayrı-ayrıdır.
Doğrudan.
Bəli, orada xırda-xırda
Hə.
quru olur biraz.
Doğrudan.
Xəbəriniz olsun.
Yaxşı. Siz bizə necə məsləhət edirsiniz? Biz kebab yemək istəyirik.
Orada yəni ayrı-ayrı kebablardan seçə bilərsiniz. Hamısından da.
Yaxşı. Onda nə beləyək? Lülə kebab olsun.
Olsun.
Lülə olsun. O burada bir porsiyada neçə şiş olur?
Bir posta lülədə 2 dənə olur.
Hə, tamam. Deməli lülə, sonra antrikot, quzu antrikot. Orada da 2 dənə olur.
Orada 3 dənə. 2 dənə antrikot, bir dənə yavuç.
Hə, tamam. Kartof lüləsi.
Yazıram
Kartofla quyruq kebabı ya da.
Kebabı, hə.
Sonra burada şey var. Quzu quyruğu kebabı, tərəvəz kebabı,
Bastırma var, toyuq kebabı var.
Nə?
Bastırma.
bastırma toyuq kebabı. Bir dənə də toyuq kebabı.
Hə, bir dənə də toyuq kebabı əlavə edeyim.
Tərəvəz kebabı da qoyarsınız. Burada tərəvəz kebabı manqal salatı kimi olacaq, yoxsa
Xeyr.
ayrı-ayrı?
Tövgər.
Hə, tövgər.
Badımcan, pomidor, acı biber.
Hə, olsun da olsun.
Onda 2 porsiya olur.
2 post.
Hə, içməyə nə?
İçməyə mən bir şey içəcəm.
Su. Hə. İçməyə limonad.
Düşməz tərfun.
Aha, tərfun.
Sərin
Tərfun,
olsun.
sərin tərfun. 625.
Now I want to show you the restaurant's outdoor area. It had such a beautiful garden. There were also paddle boats that you could use on the lake. The lake was full of adorable ducks, or at least I think they were ducks. Some of them were swimming around, and there were also several decorative duck figures on the water. I especially loved the white ones. They were incredibly cute, and I will show them to you more closely in a moment. But first I wanted to give you a proper look at the surroundings. And here they are. Just look at how cute they are. Every now and then they would dip their heads underwater, and I also noticed that there were fish swimming in the lake. I hope the ducks and the fish get along with each other. After we finished our meal, we headed back to the hotel. We were such in a good mood and had really enjoyed ourselves. Here I am asking the ChatGPT what is the meaning of cızbız in English. It was so funny.
İndi onu İngiliscəsini necə demək olar? Sheep tail fat. Yes. Sheep tail fat. Qoyun quyruğu yağı.
Now you are seeing the hotel courtyard in the evening, and the atmosphere here was completely different. The weather became much cooler towards the evening, and even felt a little chilly. As you can see, I'm also having work meeting here, even though I came on holiday, but work still refuses to leave me alone, even when I desperately want to leave it alone. This is the area in front of our hotel. My grandmother, she was really enjoying the live music and wanted them to keep playing Azerbaijani songs. To be honest, she would get annoyed whenever they started playing Turkish songs. Following day, we decided to explore the city. Naturally, the first place we visited was the palace of Sheki Khans. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to film inside the palace because cameras were strictly prohibited. Here you can see an incredibly old plane tree. It was planted in 1530, stands by 34 meters tall, and is known as the Han plane tree. I found it fascinating to stand beside a tree with such a long story. And here I am again. A lovely woman kindly approached me and offered to film a video of me. Now you are getting a quick glimpse of the interior of the palace of Shaki Khan. It wasn't permitted, but I managed to capture a brief moment for you. And here is the front of the palace. You should definitely visit the place. It has an incredible atmosphere, and even the sunlight doesn't feel too harsh because the area is pleasantly cool, let's say. You can see also some miniature models and pieces created by local craftspeople. There was a man playing a traditional flute by the side of the road. It was such a sweet little home, but this was definitely my favorite place, the Sheki House of Craftsmen. Inside you can see Shabaka, one of Sheki's most famous cultural symbols. The palace of Sheki Khans itself is also extensively decorated with this traditional art. Creating shabaka requires an incredible amount of time, patience, precision, which is why these pieces can be very expensive. For example, this tiny square piece, you can see here, costs $20. And here I'm again filming myself in a mirror. I met one of the craftsmen here and started talking to him. I asked him why the doors were so expensive. He explained that the price was entirely due to the amount of work, mankind work involved. Every piece is carefully crafted, selected, and assembled by hand, which makes the entire process extremely time-consuming. There were also several miniature models, all of which were handmade. In fact, practically everything you can see here was created by hand. That's exactly why this place is called the House of Craftsmen. You can find many fascinating traditional skull caps, national costumes, pictures, various household items made from plain tree wood, including lamps, cloaks, mirror. There was also traditional tableware, which is known for being beautifully made and of very quality. And now we have arrived at my favorite room. This room belonged to a painter. He wasn't there at the time, but I hope he wouldn't mind me filming his work. I also really enjoy painting, so looking at his artwork brought me so much joy. He seemed to be especially fond of painting portraits of women. In this museum, you can see models of our traditional Azerbaijani dishes. There are different varieties of plov, including milk plov, bean plov, lavash plov. You can also see different types of kebab. Above them, there are models of hash made with lamb, beef. So yeah. There is also a display showing how kebab is traditionally cooked over a grill, as well as a model of a meal where grain is ground. Before heading back, we decided to have some kebab and relax for a while. Because the air here is so fresh, you seem to get hungry and sleepy much more often. We found a lovely place to eat near the palace of Shaki Khans. If I am not mistaken, the restaurant was called Khan Bağı. After returning to the hotel, we came back to our favorite spot. There was a live music in the hotel courtyard again. We sat here drinking tea, and I also ate a lot of kunafa during this trip. Let's just say there is no reason why I gained most of my holiday weight in Sheki. And once again, you can see both me and my grandmother enjoying the evening. If I'm not mistaken, this was already one of the final days of our trip. I really hope you enjoyed this vlog because I had so much fun filming it. Admittedly, the editing took me a little longer than I expected, but if you enjoyed this video, I will start filming all of my future travels too. We are currently planning to visit Greece next, so hopefully there will be another travel vlog coming soon. I hope this video was enjoyable for you. Thank you for watching, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.